So welcome back to the channel. My name is Max, and today I wanted to try a new format on the channel called Tech News with Max. Yeah, I know, very original. So the idea behind this format is that I like to look at tech news on a daily basis and discuss it with my friends afterwards. We've been doing that for a couple months, years now even. And I was thinking maybe I can replicate this because it's something that I really like. I can do it with you guys and we can have a conversation about it down in the comment section every single time. So that's pretty much the idea of this new format. So yeah. Let's start with the first article. So the first article is about Facebook news features called neighborhoods. The article is saying that the idea of neighborhoods is that it's a tool where you could connect with your neighbors that are, in your neighborhood, basically, like the name is saying. Facebook Neighborhoods is a section of the Facebook app dedicated to your neighborhood with a neighborhood's profile that's different from your main Facebook profile. So based on where you live, the people around you will be able to connect with each other or connect with you. And you could recommend stuff in your area, the best restaurants, shops, and stuff like that. So I think there is some potential with it. I think it's a cool feature. I don't know yet if it will be in a separate app or if you will have that within Facebook. Probably you will have it within Facebook. Yeah, you could connect with your neighbors and plan some stuff. I think it's a cool new feature. I wanted to mention it because, Facebook is not always good in the stuff that they do, but sometimes they have good ideas, and I think it's a good idea. Again, the purpose of this format is really to have a conversation, so let me know, do you think it's a good idea? What do you think of it? Do you want to connect with your neighbors? Or not really. I know I talked about it with a couple friends and they didn't want to connect with their neighbors. They thought it was not a real cool feature or anything. And they didn't want to share their location with Facebook either. That's actually some interesting counter arguments. But yeah, I'm actually really interested. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. And let's jump to the second article. So the next article that I wanted to talk about is the whole Epic Games versus Apple trial. To put you back in context, Epic Games, which is the creator of Fortnite, is now in trial with Apple because of the whole App Store ecosystem where Apple always asks 30% of the revenue of in-app purchases. So basically every single time that you buy something in an app on your iOS device, Apple takes 30% of that. And so Epic Games did that with Fortnite and they were not happy. So they are in trial now with Apple about it. And actually the Washington Post made an article where they looked into how Epic Games makes money with the whole ecosystem that they have in place. I wanted to share some of the numbers that they showed because I thought that was really interesting actually. So the first thing that was really interesting in the article was the fact that the Epic Game Store is not profitable for Epic. So they lose money every single time they sell a game, which is, to me, completely insane. So apparently Epic charges 12% commission on every game that is sold on the Epic Game Store, which is apparently not enough to be profitable. So apparently what they're saying is that the Epic Game Store is hundreds of millions of dollars short of being profitable, and that they plan to be profitable in 3 or 4 years. So it's really a big risk for them to do that. But again, most of the money that they make on with Epic is with Fortnite and with Unreal Engine. So another part of the article that I found really interesting was that Epic is betting real hard on esport when they tried to do that with Fortnite, with their Fortnite esport event with cash prize of 30 millions. And lots of other prizes that you could win. Apparently they were not profitable. And they explained in the article that it was because they were overestimating the amount of money that they could make with esports events. Because apparently the stadium wasn't full. They didn't have any big sponsors. Really interesting that they are investing so much money about it, which I think is a good bet for in the future. I think, we still need to see how big and how much money you really can make with esports. You can make a lot of money as an esporter if you are really training to become a pro Fortnite player and stuff. But how much money does a company make with those kinds of events? That's actually something interesting, I think, and that we will see more and more in the coming years, like big companies that are doing stuff like that. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So the next article comes from TechCrunch and it's talking about one of Tinder's new features that will come, I think today, when you guys are watching the video, it's already out probably, which is called Vibes. And I thought it was a cool new little feature that they are implementing. One thing that I always found interesting with Tinder as a developer was, even though it's like a dating platform, to find love in some way. Their development team is always innovating in some way. So I thought this one was pretty clever, pretty simple, but I didn't see that anywhere else on any other applications. Maybe there is. Let me know in the comments if that is the case, but I didn't see it anywhere. So the whole idea of Vibes comes from another feature that Tinder implemented a couple months ago that was called Swipe Nights. I didn't use it, but apparently it was something like you can see on the screenshot, like a 5-minute interactive story where your choices can lead to matches. So apparently if two people had the same story, they could match, and with that, they could start a conversation. So it's pretty much the same with Vibes, but here it's more about certain topics, like you can see here on the screenshot, it's like, how do you feel about cooking and stuff like that. And the whole purpose of it, like they say in the article, is like the larger goal of Vibes is to help user begin a conversation with something other than just hey, because they saw that it was a big problem when matches were made that people didn't know how to start a conversation. So I think it's a pretty neat implementation that they added to already a really great app on the developer standpoint. So yeah, like you can see here, when you made a match, you get like the mutual vibes that you have with that person. You can start a conversation about some of the vibes that you have. So yeah, I think pretty cool feature. And apparently the user engagement increases with that new feature that they implemented. Yeah, I still think Tinder it's a really innovative company, and I'm always happy to see what they are implementing next. So the next article that I will show right now on screen talks about the whole new update on iOS 14.5, where now Apple asked every single app that is tracking you with your data in some way to ask you to yes or no allow the app to track you. And one of the big issues that Facebook had is that because they make their money out of the fact that they are tracking you at all time, now a lot of people are not allowing that anymore. And so there was an article on 9to5Mac, which I thought was really interesting because they talk about, is it a good thing or not to allow or not allow the fact that apps are tracking you or not. So basically what I mean by that is the whole speech of Facebook right now is that the fact that they use that types of tracking is for small businesses to be able to show you their products to one of you guys for really specific audiences. For example, if I want to buy, I don't know, a new book or something, well, some small company that makes custom book could target me because they know that I want a new book and I can buy a book from them. It's not specifically from Facebook, even though they make money out of it. It's also for the smaller businesses that are trying to sell their products online. And Facebook was making the whole argument that apparently because of that new feature on iOS, those businesses will lose money. And even for Facebook, the whole thing with targeted ads is that Facebook stays free and Facebook can pay the developers and the websites and everything that's around Facebook to make sure that Facebook works, and Instagram and the other stuff, WhatsApp and everything. It's always, a balance. That's actually more for a conversation down in the comments, but I was thinking, I had this conversation with a couple of people. Would you rather still have Facebook free, but you have targeted ads and you get ads everywhere, every time, and companies know what you like and they can show you specific products? Or would you pay every month for a bundle, for example, for Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp for like, I don't know, $5, $10 a month, but you have no ads and Facebook is not tracking you and you're just paying Facebook to be on their platform? Personally, I would not want to pay for it. I will still be on the free version and have some ads that are targeted towards me for stuff that I probably would buy. Some people don't like it, some people like it. I think it will be nice to have both features where you could choose between a free version and a paid version. And maybe with that, people can see if they want it or not. I kind of get Facebook points for small businesses, but then again, they make that whole story around small businesses and how they are going to lose money. Facebook is going to lose billions of dollars because of that new update on iOS. And on the Apple side, I think the update is great and Apple is really great with the whole security part. But yeah, maybe a conversation about that. If you are interested, let me know in the comments. I will always respond to every single one of you if you have like a conversation about one of the articles. And the last article for today, which I thought was actually pretty funny because we were talking about Facebook ads and how it's targeted towards you. Signal, it's a fully private messaging app, kind of like Messenger or WhatsApp, but they do not track anything about you. So they bought some Facebook ads where they showed, so here Like Moxie Marlinspike, which is one of the founders of Signal, made a tweet about it where they bought some Facebook ads where they showed specifically what they targeted about a specific user so that he can see the ad. So if I was a good barista that was single, living in Clinton Hill, which was vegan or lactose intolerant and loved yoga, I would get that specific ad from Signal to show me what Facebook can do with my data, which I think is really funny and pretty scary at the same time. But of course, Mark and Facebook didn't like it, so they blocked the whole campaign. Really interesting, and they tried to do that to promote Signal, which I think is a really great non-profit company or non-profit organization. I use it with my friends on a daily basis. It works better than Messenger, it's faster than Messenger, it's private. Yeah, for real, use it. You will thank me later. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this time. Again, it's a first try, so I don't know how the video will turn out. I hope it will not be that bad. Leave comments, have a conversation. That's the whole purpose of this format. And also leave comments about the format, what you like, what you don't like, what could be improved, because it's probably garbage the first time. Also, if you stayed till now, please leave a like under this video, maybe subscribe to the channel, because like you can see, only 5% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See you!